The Obamas are often seen as the epitome of American values, admired for their unity and Michelle's inspiring message of hope and family. But recently, surprising details from one of their daughters have revealed a more private side of this iconic family. These revelations shed new light on the Obamas' lives and challenge what we thought we knew about them. What secrets lie behind the public image? Let's uncover the story. The Obama family journey. Barack Obama's journey to the presidency not only made history, but also transformed his family's life in extraordinary ways. After marrying Michelle Robinson on October 3, 1992, the couple settled in Chicago, where Barack served as a state senator. Their family grew with the arrival of their first daughter, Malia Ann, on July 4, 1998, a symbolic birth date that filled their lives with pride and hope. 3 years later, on June 10, 2001, their second daughter, Sasha, was born, completing their close-knit family. Barack often shared his admiration for his daughters, praising their strength and the bond they shared. In 2008, Barack's election as the 44th President of the United States brought both triumph and change. The family relocated from their beloved Chicago home to Washington, District of Columbia. For Malia, 10, and Sasha, 8, this move was bittersweet, as they left behind familiar surroundings and childhood friends. Michelle later acknowledged the challenge of this transition, but emphasized the importance of creating a stable and supportive environment for her daughters. Despite initial struggles, the family adapted to their new life in the nation's capital. Life in the White House brought unique opportunities and pressures for Malia and Sasha. To ensure they had a sense of normalcy, Michelle and Barack enrolled them at Sidwell Friends School, where they received a rigorous education and built meaningful friendships. The Obamas encouraged the girls to stay grounded, balancing their high-profile upbringing with typical childhood activities. Barack often spoke about cherishing family time, whether through nightly dinners or quiet moments together, as he witnessed his daughters grow into thoughtful and poised young women. During their 8 years in the White House, Malia and Sasha navigated their unusual circumstances with grace and resilience. Michelle, in a 2011 interview, described them as thriving and well-rounded, a testament to the family's dedication to nurturing a healthy and supportive home life. What part of the Obama family's journey inspires you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Malia Obama, a thoughtful and grounded young woman. Malia Obama, the eldest daughter of Barack and Michelle Obama, has consistently stood out for her maturity and grounded nature. Born on 1998 in Chicago, Malia brought an air of independence and thoughtfulness to the Obama family from a young age. Her parents have often described her as wise beyond her years, a trait that was evident early on. As a child, Malia loved collecting keychains and participating in drama classes, but her remarkable sense of responsibility was what truly set her apart. By the time she was in first grade, she was already setting her alarm and making her bed, habits uncommon for children her age, particularly those from privileged backgrounds. Malia's grounded perspective on life was reflected in an endearing story shared by her father. When she was just 6 years old, she and Barack were walking by a lake when she asked him if they were rich. Barack candidly replied that they were better off than most people, but not exactly rich. Malia's response was both surprising and insightful. She expressed that she preferred a simple life and did not want to be rich. This candid moment left Barack taken aback, showcasing Malia's innate humility and awareness even at a young age. From her early years, Malia exhibited a strong sense of normalcy, balancing the privileges of her upbringing with a desire to lead a meaningful and authentic life. Her grounded outlook, shaped by her parents' values, continues to inspire admiration, reflecting the strength of character that defines the Obama family. As she grew older, became someone who truly embraced life, finding joy in the simplest things, whether it was in people, conversations, or the everyday moments that many take for granted. Her father, former President Barack Obama, has often remarked on this rare quality, noting that Malia never gets bored and that this zest for life will undoubtedly take her far. It's a testament to her ability to see the world with a sense of curiosity and wonder, qualities that many people, especially those with her high-profile background, might not possess. Malia Obama's passion and talent. You might wonder, though, if being the daughter of the president meant Malia had a normal teenage life. Could she go out with friends, attend a prom, or live the life of an average high school student? Well, yes, Malia did have those typical teenage moments. In 2014, at just 16, she attended prom as a sophomore. And while some may wonder if she had a date, her father jokingly describes that as classified information. But one thing's for sure, Obama was deeply moved when he saw his daughter, all grown up, dressed in her prom dress and heels. A sight that caught him by surprise, reminding him that his little girl was no longer so little. After graduating high school in 2016, Malia took a gap year, eager to carve her own path, and later enrolled at Harvard University. She graduated in 2021, and her father shared that both of his daughters were excited to leave home and begin their own independent lives. During her gap year and later at Harvard, Malia ventured into the world of television, an industry she had always been fascinated by. This led her to intern for Lena Dunham's Girls and work with the Weinstein Company. Malia's talents didn't stop there. She went on to become a production assistant on the sci-fi series Extant, gaining valuable hands-on experience in the industry. Malia's passion for storytelling continued to evolve as she worked behind the scenes and as a writer. Her most recent project was as a writer for Swarm, an Amazon show co-created by Janine Neighbors, who has praised Malia's contributions to the series. But writing was just one of her many skills. Malia also ventured into directing. In 2024, she wrote and directed The Heart, a film that premiered at the prestigious Sundance Film Festival. This deeply emotional film tells the story of a grieving son who uncovers a shocking revelation in his late mother's will. It explores universal themes of loss, forgiveness, and the complex emotions that arise during times of mourning. However, The Heart also carries a sense of lightness, offering moments of relief and humor even amid the pain. In a surprising move, Malia chose to write and direct the film under the name Malia Ann, rather than her full name. It's a small, yet notable detail, showcasing her desire to step into the world of filmmaking on her own terms. Through The Heart, Malia aimed to create a story that resonates with audiences, capturing the nuances of human experience during one of life's most challenging times. It's clear that Malia Obama is not only living her life authentically, but is also carving out a unique and meaningful path in the world of storytelling and film. If Malia's journey in the entertainment industry has inspired you, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on her career. Sasha Obama, a strong-willed young woman. Now let's take a closer look at Sasha Obama, the younger of the two daughters born to former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. Sasha, born on June 10, 2001 in Chicago, was always a lively and active child. From a young age, she showed an interest in sports, participating in basketball, gymnastics, and tap dancing. She didn't stop there, though. Sasha also spent time with her older sister Malia, playing tennis and attending piano lessons. Their childhood was filled with fun activities, but it was also grounded in discipline, with a family rule that stood out: no whining or complaining. Growing up in the Obama household, Sasha and Malia were taught the importance of resilience, hard work, and the value of enjoying life's simple pleasures. Michelle's mother, Marion Robinson, who lived with the family and played a vital role in raising the girls, has shared her unique perspective on Sasha and Malia's personalities. Marion observed that Sasha is very much like Michelle, hard-working, determined, and strong-willed. She is someone who doesn't shy away from challenges and faces them head-on. In contrast, Malia, according to Marion, takes after Michelle's brother Craig, who is more mature and calm in nature. While Malia's role in the family is often one of peacekeeper, Sasha is the one who isn't afraid to speak her mind. Sasha has a fiery, independent streak that makes her unafraid to voice her opinions, no matter who she's speaking to. Whether it's a peer, an adult, or even someone in a position of power, Sasha will express her thoughts with confidence and clarity, never afraid to stand up for what she believes is right. This boldness has been a defining feature of Sasha's character as she grows older. Her father, Barack Obama, has shared numerous anecdotes highlighting her ability to speak her truth. Sasha is a girl who doesn't mince words. If something is on her mind, she says it, and she does so with conviction. This is a trait that, in many ways, sets her apart from other young people. While many may shy away from confrontation, Sasha embraces it when necessary. She's not interested in appeasing others or maintaining an image of perfection. Instead, Sasha is focused on staying true to herself and standing up for what she believes is important. The confidence Sasha exhibits is something that many admire. Her ability to assert herself, even in the face of pressure, is a quality that will likely serve her well throughout her life. It's not easy to be the child of one of the most famous families in the world, but Sasha handles it with grace, strength, and a sense of individuality that shines through. Whether it's advocating for causes she believes in, expressing her thoughts openly, or simply living her life with authenticity, Sasha Obama proves that she is a force to be reckoned with. As she continues to grow and carve out her own path, Sasha is likely to face many challenges and opportunities. But one thing is certain, she will do so on her own terms. Her voice, her strength, and her unwavering confidence will continue to resonate with those around her, inspiring others to speak up and stand strong in the face of adversity. Sasha Obama, the family's comedian. The Obamas have often spoken about the many wonderful qualities their daughters possess, particularly Sasha's kindness, intelligence, and the undeniable sense of humor that she brings to the family. According to Barack Obama, Sasha is the family's comedian, always full of energy and ready to make everyone laugh. In fact, Barack himself has often been the target of the family's playful teasing. He's the one who, according to him, bears the brunt of the jokes, especially when he mispronounces something, whether it's a singer's name or any other slip of the tongue. For Sasha and Malia, it's all in good fun, and the family seems to enjoy these light-hearted moments that keep their bond strong. But it's not just her knack for humor that makes Sasha stand out. One of her closest friends is none other than Maisie Biden, the granddaughter of President Joe Biden. The two became fast friends growing up and even played on the same basketball team, the Vipers. Sasha and Maisie shared many experiences together, and their friendship continued through their school years. They both attended Sidwell Friends School in Washington, District of Columbia, where their bond only grew stronger. Barack Obama has mentioned how both his daughters spoke about the possibility of coaching their fourth-grade basketball team, a fun memory that reflects their tight-knit relationship with each other and their friends. In 2019, after graduating from high school, Sasha went on to attend the University of Michigan. However, just as she was starting her college journey, the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and her classes shifted to an online format. This unexpected turn of events meant that Sasha spent more time at home with her family. While the pandemic created challenges for many, Barack admits that it was a blessing for him and Michelle. He fondly recalls how the family used to gather for dinner every night, playing games, watching movies, and simply enjoying each other's company. Though the confined living arrangements could have felt claustrophobic at times, for the Obamas, it was a cherished opportunity to reconnect as a family. Now, both Sasha and Malia have moved out of the family home and are living together in Los Angeles. This marks the next chapter in their lives, a testament to how much they've grown and how their bond as sisters continues to thrive, no matter where life takes them. How do you feel about Sasha Obama's sense of humor? Let us know how her personality has inspired you in the comments. The special bond between Sasha and Malia. Sasha and Malia Obama share a deeply special bond, one that has only strengthened as they've grown older. Fun fact, the first time Barack and Michelle Obama learned that their daughters would be moving out together was during an interview in November 2022. While parents may typically have a hand in helping their children transition into adulthood, the Obamas were in for a surprise when Sasha and Malia shared the news with the world. The idea of them living together in their own apartment brought immense joy to their mother, Michelle, who expressed how happy it made her to see the girls creating their own home. Despite not going all out with extravagance, they managed to make it cozy and welcoming, all within their budget. As Michelle lovingly mentioned, their apartment now felt like a true home. In fact, both girls even invited their parents over for pre-dinner drinks, showcasing their newfound independence. However, Michelle humorously joked that their cocktail-making skills could use a little work, particularly when it came to martinis, a small but endearing detail that captured the essence of their family dynamic. In 2023, Sasha graduated from the University of Southern California, marking another important milestone in her life. But Sasha's journey has not been without its challenges. One of the most harrowing moments in Barack and Michelle's lives occurred when Sasha was just a baby. While Barack faced many obstacles throughout his presidency, nothing could have prepared him for the crisis that unfolded when Sasha was diagnosed with meningitis at only 3 months old. Meningitis, a potentially fatal condition that causes inflammation in the tissue surrounding the brain and spinal cord, is something no parent should ever have to face. As Barack was in the midst of his 2012 election campaign, he was suddenly hit with the terrifying news about his youngest daughter's condition. The memory of that time brings tears to his eyes as he reflects on the immense fear and uncertainty that accompanied Sasha's hospitalization. It was an agonizing period for the entire family. Barack vividly recalls how hard it was for him to witness his daughter undergo a spinal tap, also known as a lumbar puncture, a procedure that was necessary for her diagnosis. The pain and fear he felt were overwhelming, but what stood out to him the most was the professionalism and care of the medical staff. While he praised the doctors for their expertise, Barack was particularly grateful to the nurses who worked tirelessly, providing round-the-clock care for Sasha. It was their compassion and commitment that brought some sense of comfort during such a terrifying time. Michelle, too, has vivid memories of that day, which remain etched in her mind as one of the most difficult moments in their lives. Fortunately, Sasha and Malia are now both healthy, and Sasha's battle with meningitis became a part of the family's story of resilience and strength. The bond between Sasha and Malia, as well as the depth of love and support from their parents, has played an integral role in helping them navigate their individual journeys. From the early struggles to their triumphs in adulthood, the Obama family continues to share a powerful narrative of love, sacrifice, and growth. Michelle Obama's heartfelt journey. Michelle Obama has never shied away from sharing her personal experiences, and in doing so, she has opened up about some of the most challenging moments of her life. One such moment was when her youngest daughter, Sasha, faced a life-threatening health crisis. Michelle recalls that one moment Sasha was fine, full of energy and joy, but within the span of an hour, her daughter was in unbearable pain, crying out in distress. It was completely out of character for Sasha, and Michelle immediately knew something was wrong. Despite doing everything she could to comfort her, Michelle's instincts told her that this was not something she could fix on her own. She made the difficult decision to call their pediatrician. The pediatrician's advice was clear: seek medical attention immediately. Sasha was rushed to the hospital where she was diagnosed with meningitis, a serious and potentially fatal condition. Michelle reflects on how incredibly fortunate they were to receive prompt medical attention, as without it, the outcome could have been drastically different. The experience was terrifying, but with God's grace and the expert care Sasha received, she made a full recovery. Michelle has expressed how grateful she is for the medical team who helped save her daughter's life, and every day she counts their blessings that Sasha came through the ordeal strong and healthy. But Michelle's willingness to open up about personal struggles doesn't stop there. She has also shared the pain of infertility and miscarriage, a topic that is often avoided by many women due to its deeply personal nature. For Michelle, it was an incredibly difficult subject to address, even though she knew she wasn't alone in her experience. She revealed that it wasn't easy for her to get pregnant in the first place, and after much effort, she suffered a heartbreaking miscarriage. The pain of losing her first child was overwhelming, leaving Michelle feeling isolated and unsure of where to turn. What compounded her grief was the realization that miscarriage is far more common than society acknowledges. In fact, studies show that between 10 to 25% of pregnancies end in miscarriage, a statistic that highlights the unfortunate reality that many women face. In sharing her story, Michelle acknowledges the immense emotional toll that miscarriage can have on women, often leading them to feel as though they are at fault. She emphasizes that this is not the case, and no woman should ever feel that it was something they could have prevented. Her message to other women is one of empowerment and openness. She encourages women to talk openly about their bodies and their struggles. Keeping these experiences hidden can be dangerous, she says, as it perpetuates a culture of silence around issues that are so common. Michelle's bravery in discussing her miscarriage is not just an act of personal healing, but a call for greater support, understanding, and compassion for women everywhere. Journey through IVF. After Michelle Obama suffered a miscarriage, she did not give up on her dream of expanding her family. The loss was devastating, but Michelle and Barack were determined to try again. This journey eventually led them to in vitro fertilization, a decision that many couples facing fertility challenges have to make. Michelle has been open about the emotional and physical hurdles they faced, acknowledging how difficult it was for women like herself who are in their mid-30s or older to conceive. She shared how, as women age, egg production decreases, making it more challenging to have children. By sharing her personal struggles with IVF and the impact of age on fertility, Michelle has helped bring awareness to an issue that many women face, but few talk about openly. Her honesty in discussing such a personal and often difficult subject has been groundbreaking. It has not only educated the public, but also provided comfort to other women going through similar challenges. Michelle's story is one of perseverance and hope, showing that while fertility struggles can be heart-wrenching, they are not insurmountable. Her openness about IVF, her miscarriage, and the realities of the biological clock has empowered many women to seek help without shame or embarrassment. Michelle's decision to share such intimate details about her family's journey reflects her deep desire to help others who might be facing the same heartbreak. Michelle's openness about IVF and her personal struggles has empowered so many. If her story resonates with you, share this video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more heartfelt stories. Barack and Michelle Obama's parenting philosophy. Beyond their personal challenges, Barack and Michelle Obama have always emphasized the importance of creating a loving and stable environment for their daughters. This commitment to family has remained a cornerstone of their lives, even after leaving the White House. In a recent candid conversation, The Obamas shared a secret about their parenting philosophy and how they worked hard to foster an environment where Malia and Sasha could grow up grounded and supported. Barack was attending a fundraiser for Joe Biden in Los Angeles when he was asked about his daughter's futures, particularly regarding politics. The interviewer asked if either Malia or Sasha were considering entering the political arena. With his characteristic smile, Barack answered without hesitation, expressing that he and Michelle had already made it clear to their daughters that politics was not the path for them. Barack openly described the idea of his daughters going into politics as crazy and insane from a father's perspective. He expressed that while he was immensely proud of the powerful young women Malia and Sasha had become, he did not want them to follow in his footsteps. Their well-being, independence, and happiness mattered far more to him than whether or not they chose to pursue a political career. He also added that he and Michelle had worked tirelessly to shield their daughters from the pressures of public life, providing them with a safe, loving, and stable environment away from the often harsh glare of the spotlight. In a world where children of public figures often feel the weight of expectations, the Obama family's decision to prioritize their daughters' well-being over any career ambitions shows a deep commitment to their family's privacy and happiness. The Obamas' approach to parenting is not only a reflection of their love for their daughters, but also a reminder that family comes first. Michelle Obama's transition. In a heartfelt conversation with Melinda Gates, Michelle Obama reflected on the immense pressure of perfectionism she faced during her time in the White House, as well as the emotional shift that occurred when her family left the presidential residence. For Michelle and her family, transitioning from a life filled with luxury, security, and constant public attention to living as ordinary people was not easy. She shared the struggles of adjusting to an entirely new routine, where every day was no longer dictated by the rhythms of the White House. While she acknowledged the challenges of this new chapter, she also described the unexpected sense of freedom she felt once they left Washington. One of the most poignant moments in Michelle's reflection was when she discussed how, as a woman of color and someone from a working-class background, she always felt as though she had something to prove. It was a constant internal battle, fighting feelings of inadequacy and the pressure to demonstrate her worth to both herself and the world. Michelle admitted that this struggle was ongoing, as the outside world often created an environment that didn't always support or encourage her in the way her family had. While her home and family had always provided a loving and encouraging foundation, the external world was often much more critical. This discrepancy between her private life and public life created a sense of conflict that Michelle continuously had to navigate. When Michelle reflected on the moment the Obamas left the White House, she explained how surreal it felt. Their final helicopter ride aboard Air Force One was symbolic of the end of an era. At the time, they were on their way to a vacation in Palm Springs, and it felt like just another break. But when the family stepped into their new home, it suddenly hit them. This was their new reality. The adjustment to this new life was much more difficult than they had anticipated. In the White House, they didn't have to worry about things like driving or their personal safety. Everything was taken care of, and life felt incredibly secure. But in their new home, they were left to navigate the simpler yet more challenging aspects of life. For the first time in years, they could drive themselves and had to adjust to the idea of not having the same level of protection. Michelle recalls that even the simple act of hearing a doorbell ring felt strange to the family. In the White House, they had never heard the sound of a doorbell, as everything was done through the security measures in place. But now, in their new home, the everyday sounds of life felt unfamiliar and foreign. They were now able to invite friends over without the constraints of security protocols. And for the first time in years, the family could live more freely. However, it was a stark contrast to the way they had lived for so long. The Obamas realized how limited their lives had been within the confines of the White House. Despite the privileges and the sense of grandeur that came with it, they also gained a new appreciation for the simple joys and freedoms of everyday life. Adjusting to this newfound normalcy was a significant change, but it was one that allowed them to embrace a new sense of independence and connection with the world outside of the White House walls. The transition from the White House to civilian life was a journey filled with both challenges and revelations. For Michelle Obama, it was a reminder that life outside the bubble of political power can be just as fulfilling, even though it requires a different kind of adjustment. The Obama family's story is one of love, resilience, and growth. From their time in the White House to their personal struggles, they continue to inspire us. If you found their journey inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Let us know what part of their story resonated with you the most.